Oh boy, I don't even know. I don't even recognize this screen anymore. What is this? Endure the elements. Crash camp, mayhem athlete. What is going? Welcome back. I agree. The regular program, third tier media. Thanks, asshole. Let's hear it. 12:15 flight out of Charlotte to San Francisco. Sat next to a very clean, petite, homosexual Asian man who's a great person to sit next to. On the other side of the aisle was Souza. Souza had a 350-pound dude on the window. Souza was on the aisle, and then he had this buff dude who was like about like as buff as Souza sitting next to him. That was the flight over. CEO is back on his regular throne. Thank you. I really did feel like a foreigner. I haven't worked out since Wednesday morning. Daniel, what was today's workout? I haven't worked out since Wednesday morning. I'm actually like, I really, really want to work out, but it's more, I really, really want to play with my kids. I went straight from the airport to jiu-jitsu, watched them roll, brought one of my boys home, told him to get in the shower, and told him I'd hurry up and finish this show. Kenneth DeLapp, you see Dave wearing the Chosen sweatshirt in his leather belt video? No, I did not see that. Great meeting you, Mr. Burns, and meeting Mrs. Burns. And I saw the Judys. The Judys were there, and it was cool. Those are the first 4 normal people I've ever met who listened to the podcast. That was kind of cool. I was like, I always thought, shit, there's just no normal people who listen to this show. And then I met them. I was like, oh, they seem kind of normal. Lucky camera straps, late payment for Crash Stream, epic coverage. I know. Wasn't it great? I mean, thank you. Wasn't it insane? Wasn't it insane? Phenomenal stream. Perhaps the greatest stream in the history of CrossFit. Well done, team. Thank you for, yeah, it was just crazy. It was crazy. I'm definitely getting old. Like I felt at the end of every day, I felt like my brain was kind of worn down a little bit. It was weird. I probably wasn't getting enough sleep. It made me feel better though, because I could tell like Souza told me he was worn down a little bit too, his brain. From just like staying focused for so long. Yolanya, what Lucky said, thank you. You have no idea how much the donations help too. It's like, it was $300 just to send the camera gear, like some of the heavier camera gear there, and $300 to bring it back home. And then my parking bill today at the airport was $250. I'm like, what is going on? Never leaving the house. What the fuck is going on? I like Spartanburg. I mean, I didn't see much of it. Herd Athletics. I didn't see much of it, but what I saw was good. I saw JR's gym. That's great. The drive from our rental house to the gym was cool. The blacks and whites cohabitate. Like they don't, like in liberal cities, they don't do that. So that was kind of cool, being somewhere where blacks and whites cohabitate. Like that never fucking happens like in liberal cities. So that was cool. It was culturally cool for me. What's cool about the South? They're racist and they live together. And in the West Coast, they pretend like they're not racist and they definitely don't live together. That shit's so weird. The first time I went to the South, I went to Nashville. I went to the Nashville Film Festival. And if I wanted to hang out, like when I went to clubs in the city, like you choose, like, are you going to go to a black club? There's black clubs and then there's regular clubs. And the black clubs, it's black people in them. In the regular clubs, there's like one dude who looks like Obama. You know what I mean? So I used to go to the black clubs a little bit, actually a lot, probably 50-50. And I was pretty dorky dude, but I just felt more at home there and drag my friends there. And I think the girls like me more. That I'm sure that at the end of the day, that was it. And then I went to a film festival in Nashville, and at night we went to a club, and there were black and white people there. And I was like, "What the fuck's going on? I thought you guys were racist." And they're like, "No, that's just you fucking libtards." Like, oh, shit's all backwards. Uh, some Southerners would argue Nashville is too West. Yeah, I get that. This was, though, in 2000. At least this was, 20, 25, 24, 25 years ago. Let me see what Suze is doing. Oh, I can't. My text messages aren't even working. My computer's been off for so long. Anyway, so here I am. I was driving home, and someone's like, "Hey, Dave Castro weekend reviews up." I was like, "Oh shit! One quick job. One quick job. Crash was great. Worked our ass off. You know, the first day we were there, due to for all sorts of reasons, limited batteries, fucking brain power, blah blah blah, whatever reasons we have, we weren't going to stream all the heats or the masters. We're like, hey, let's just see if we can pull this off and just stream the top 3 heats every single day. And there weren't a lot of masters there. Like there were 5 females and 10 males. But the first day we got there, I don't remember what we streamed, but I was like, I told all the guys, I was like, hey, let's just stream everything today that we possibly can so that we can I can learn their names, because I wanted to learn all of their names and who they are and like just figure it out. That way, if people, when they come in and out of the ass heats, at least I'll have seen them once, as they do the reseeding. So we filmed the entire first day, and it was actually really, really fun. It was cool getting to know all the people. It's kind of cool watching the ass heats and then getting excited about the winner there. And then when you see that every heat there's a guy who can beat him, you're kind of blown away. You're like, wow. Like by the time you get to the final heat, you really respect how fast they are. So that was cool. That was cool. Lots of people there, lots of athletes. Everyone was super nice. No, we weren't using we use these big Anton Bauer batteries. No Sony batteries. Those days are over. When Seema and I were in Nashville, it was nonstop bachelorette parties. Joel, crash coverage was amazing. You guys get better every time. The truth is this. I'll tell you the truth is this. We cracked the code on some just action cameras. We figured out how to stream action cameras with batteries. So those are so easy to handle. So we got that down. That's why the picture just looks generic and flat. Then we had great internet. Okay, then there's that. Then the fact that there's only 6 lanes at Crash, and JR lets us do whatever we want. So there's that. And then so those are just like, you can't really fuck those up. Once you figure those 3 out, it's like you don't have to do anything else. But then Souza upped his game on the switcher, and everyone, like, you know what I mean? Everyone lost their shit. Everyone got so excited with split screens. And I guess it's kind of cool because we used to be in the ass heats, like, and now we're like in the second to last ass heat. So you guys got excited, but it was really fun. The more I don't want to say the better we get, but the more competent we get, the more fun it is. I don't know what we're doing next, but whatever we do, if it's if it's in a controlled environment like the way Crash is, I have to assume it'll be as good or better. Someone podcast going to be sponsored by Teradek and B&H next year at this rate. Oh, that would be cool. We're using the we use the budget transmitter receiver. What do we use? Hollyland? 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 Instead of $2,000 a receiver, you get like $5 or $2,000 or something. Anyway, let me do this show and then see you guys tomorrow. The Dave Castro, please be under 20 minutes. Please be under 20 minutes. This can't be it. Is this? Oh, this says 7 days ago. Is it up? Oh, 9 hours ago. Oh, 12 and a half. All right. You guys ready to rock and roll? I gotta fix this, I don't know what's up with my home screen. Maybe I should pull down Mayhem Athlete in the Sevon podcast so people don't think, like, they're affiliated with me. Oh, this thing already has chapters? How do you do that? Who does chapters? I don't even know how to do that. I love Dave's book talks. East of Eden is my all-time favorite. Oh, he talks about books in this. Shout out to Eric Preston. Hiller, don't mess up your opportunity. All right. Okay, this is good. You guys ready? Here. Souza deserves a lot of credit. He's super talented. Enrique Noriega. Yeah, Paper Street Coffee, B&H is the shit. I agree. Claire Bays, athlete mini interviews every heat was such a highlight and agreed. Enrique Souza's legend. Yeah, the post game interviews were amazing. I was thinking if I had like any chutzpah, I don't know if chutzpah is the right word. If I worked 1/10 as hard as I used to, I would just take all of those interviews and cut them into one video. There was some crazy shit said in there. Bill's so good at those. But those were amazing. All right, you guys ready? Oh, here we go. CrossFit. The live action interviews got me to pay attention as the final folks finished. Oh, okay. Good. All right, here we go.
October 20th, 2025. So a couple weeks ago, I went to Palo Alto with my daughter. We had dinner up there and went to Bell's Books. Bell's Books has been around for 90 years. Really cool old bookstore down there in downtown Palo Alto. While we were there, she was looking for a book for school, and we came across some of Steinbeck's books. I'm a huge Steinbeck fan. Obviously, he grew up in this area. And she looked at East of Eden. She was going to get it. I told her that's one of my all-time favorite books. It's definitely top 5. But it's big and daunting, and she wanted something a little smaller. So we looked around, and I saw To a God Unknown, also a Steinbeck book, one of his earlier books. And so she picked that up. She started reading it, and I read it a long time ago. I don't remember when, but she was really enjoying it. So I finished the book I was reading, and I decided to pick that book up and start reading it. And so I downloaded it on my iPhone and started reading it. And just
Has anyone ever read a book on an iPhone? Has anyone ever done that? I've never done that. I don't think I would. Oh, shit. Read a book on an iPhone, like using like wow.
so we can.
James Sprague, have they pooled to bring you out to cover his event? Does James Sprague have the pool to bring you out to cover his event? No. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if he has fucking a shitload of cash. The pool to bring me out to his event. How the fuck am I gonna do that? I'm done, dude. You guys, I'm done. You guys can Souza and Gabe Asraf and Bill and John and who else? Jenny, Pedro, Caleb. They can do it from here on out. I'm done.
Talk about it together. And so I've been reading it for the past couple days. I checked my bookshelf to see when I read it, because so I have this bookshelf where since 2016, every book I read, I put in order of completion.
I'd go back to Crash. I would I would go back to Crash or JR and to hang out with my friends. This book shit better be over soon.
On this bookshelf, and I have all the books in order of year, in order of completion. The reason I started that in 2016, in 2015, late in 2015, Eric Preston gave me a book about the movie Mars by Matt Damon, and I think it was just called Mars or Martian or something like that. And I read it and really enjoyed it, and decided at that time I was going to start reading fiction. Decided I was going to start.
Did he say by Matt Damon? I don't think Matt Damon wrote that book. I think Matt Damon was in the movie. What did Dave just say? God, I'm so not present right now.
Reading the classics, and I started in 2016, and then decided I was going to keep track of all the books I read.
Matt Damon, Matt Damon definitely wrote that book. I can't tell if you're fucking with me or not. Matt Damon, Martian. Well, he's definitely in the movie Martian. Did he write the book? Snap out of it, Sevi. I can't. I don't want to. Matt Damon, books. No, he hasn't written any books. No. What has Matt Damon written? Oh, it says he wrote Pulp Fiction and When Harry Met Sally, Inglourious Basterds, Shawshank Redemption. He didn't write Shawshank Redemption. Stephen King wrote that. I'm fucking done with this subject. Don't say I'm not talking to you guys anymore. Guys, I'm unstable.
Well, through this journey, so almost a decade now of reading and keeping track of all the books, I have not read any book twice, and so I've thought about doing it. There's a number of books I've wanted to reread, to include Les Mis, to include Master and Margarita, a few others, and so I've been very deliberate about not doing it, and I didn't know when I was going to do it.
I think he is going to read the Bible twice. He's going to claim that he's only reading it once, but he's going to read different iterations. That's my prediction.
And so this book, To a God Unknown, I figured was going to be the first book I reread in this journey. Well, I went back and looked, and I wanted to find at what point I read it. And interestingly, when I started at 2016, the first book on this journey of reading that I've been on was that book. So To a God Unknown was the first book I read, the first book in my bookshelf in my categories of books, and now I'm reading it again. So pretty cool, pretty good book. Excited that I'm reading it and she's enjoying it and I'm enjoying it in the second reading, and now we look forward to
it. Listen, Dave, who's the author who wrote Siddhartha? I read everything he wrote back when there was no audiobooks. Who is that? The German guy. Who wrote Siddhartha? Can someone tell me in the chat? I don't even have the energy to type out on Google. That's what you should be getting your daughter to read, dude. Not Steinbeck. Who gives a shit about Steinbeck? Yeah, today we find out Dave read a book twice. Thank you. Who wrote that? Okay, fine. No one's gonna tell me. Siddhartha. Herman Hesse. Yeah, Hesse. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Let's see. Look at all the books he wrote. I think I read all those books. Where's his list of books? That's the one. Like, if you're gonna read, if you have a young man for sure. Herman. He wrote, like, I think there was a book called Damien. Oh yeah, Siddhartha, Damien, Steppenwolf, The Glass Bead Game. A lot of people really like the Glass Bead Game. Narcissus and Goldman, Beneath the Wheel, In the Fog, Journey to the East. These are books. Start with Siddhartha. Every young man should read Siddhartha. Steinbeck. Blow me.
Now that I've cracked the seal on rereading books that I've read, I'll probably do that a few more times. Chris Cooper said that he did a post recently that someone sent me.
Chris Cooper, did he say? Oh, fuck. Okay. I'll be back in 30 seconds.
J.R. Howell, man, he gets it. He's your favorite programmer's favorite programmer. If you're sick of being down there and want to be all the way up here, join WPTH now. You want to know the crazy thing about hate? We prefer it. We prefer thehate.com. Tell them Beasley sent you.
Okay, what did I miss? I just went in the house and Avi's in there dancing to doing John Travolta dances to the Bee Gees. That was pretty cool. I think that may have changed my mood. Getting slow, old man. Okay. Hopefully that'll put me in a better mood. Not that I'm in a bad mood. I'm not in a bad mood. I'm just not in any mood. Packing a lip, getting slow, old man, definitely chew time. Jet lag. Not jet lagged. I don't do good. When the plane was on the tarmac, only thing I'd eat, it was 12 o'clock. I'd only eaten a bag of Holy Balls all day, which is not a big deal for me. Normally I don't eat till like noon or 1 anyway. And I had 1 cup of coffee, 2 cups of coffee, because Jenny made a cup of coffee this morning for everyone, and then JR came over to say goodbye, and he brought me a Starbucks, and I got on the plane. And have you guys ever had this thing where I was on the plane? This has never happened to me on a plane before. You ever have this feeling like, usually it happens when a sickness goes away, but sometimes it can happen when a sickness comes on. Like you're fine, and then all of a sudden you get a little dizzy and you just break out into a cold sweat, like a bead of sweat just covers your whole body. And I had that happen to me, and it was like, we just started rolling over to the runway, and I was like, holy shit, what is going on? So for like 10 minutes, I was just like taking deep breaths and telling myself, oh, this is fun. This is going to make a good story. But really, I was like, am I about to have my first fucking panic attack ever? I was like tripping. And then I fell asleep. I think I just didn't have enough sleep. Is that what it is? Anxiety? I don't even have any anxiety in my life. I paid my electricity bill before I left. Sounds like you experienced it. Anyway, then so I don't know how long I was asleep for, but yeah, it felt like an anxiety. It felt like I've never had an anxiety attack. I mean, I've been nervous before, like before you go speak in front of people, but not like this. I was just like, and then I fell asleep, and then I woke up to, and I was like, oh shit, I fell asleep, and then it was fine. I was like, oh, my shit's gone. Yeah, maybe I just needed to fart. I don't know, but anyway, I was fucking freaking out for a second. The worst is like, I was thinking about I was playing scenarios in my head of like imagining myself like lying down in the aisle, and that's always a mistake. So I stopped that right away. You know what I mean? You know, like when you're getting close to home and you're already like picturing yourself like running to the bathroom to go pee, like, and then you get there and you run and go pee. But I started visualizing myself being like, okay, if I can't settle down, I'm just going to undo my buckle and lie down in the aisle. And it's a full plane, like 350 people in it. I would have looked like a jackass. Someone would have filmed it and put it on Instagram. You guys be like, oh, I know that guy. Yeah, I'm sure I'll be fine. Anyway, there was that. That was probably the highlight of my day. Then pistachio stuck in my teeth. Then Susan and I were at the airport. We landed, and then I walked Susan over to baggage claim. He checked in all his camera gear, and we discussed the future of live streaming for us. Then I got in the car, called Greg, called my wife, called Gabe, Paper Street Coffee, shit like that. Then I got home. Oh no, I went to jiu-jitsu. Now I'm home. Okay. I don't know why any of that's relevant. Okay, back to Steinbeck. Steinbeck was for the people too soft for Hemingway. Oh yeah. I read Old Man in the Sea. Do not read Old Man in the Sea unless you want to cry. What a fucking crazy story. It doesn't even have a beginning or an ending. You're just left like in an emotional pile of shit.
He mentioned that we've lost 10,000 affiliates. We have definitely lost affiliates. Chris Cooper said that he did a post recently that someone sent me, and in the post he mentioned that we've lost 10,000 affiliates. We have definitely lost affiliates over the last several years, but we have not lost 10,000. So I think if he's going to make an assertion like that, the burden of proof lies on him to prove that number. So Chris, really interested on how you got to that math. Maybe there's something I'm not looking at, but if you're going to put that statement out there, definitely back it up, or at least if you're not going to publicly back up that assertion, at least email me and tell me how you came up with that number of that we've lost 10,000 affiliates. because that is not correct.
Okay. So I was in the living room one night, staying up way too late. It was me, John, Bill, Brad, Asaraf, Tyler, Jenny, Souza. We were just talking, and one of the things we were trying to figure out is how many people have lived on the planet for its entirety. And that entirety, and someone came up with, I think Bill Googled it or someone Googled it, and they said in the entire history of planet Earth, 117 billion people have lived on the planet. And I was like, there's no way it's been that many people. And someone's like, well, we have 8 billion now. And I said, yeah, but wasn't it like 100 years ago there were only 1 billion people? Let me get when were there 1 billion people on the planet? 1804 there were only 1 billion people on the planet. So you get my point. It's not like you can be like, okay, there's been 20 generations on the planet. That's times 8 billion. That's 160 billion. There was a time when there just weren't a shitload of people. Like people come and die. But in its totality, they were saying 117 billion. I was like, wow, that's really hard to believe. Then we had this debate. We had a debate of how, if you took the average person's dimensions and you said they were 1/6, how many people would it take to tile the surface of the earth? You know what I mean? Shoulder to shoulder, lay people down, cover the surface of the earth. I think we did the math. It was like over 1 trillion people. It was something crazy. Anyway, Jody Lynn, Sevon population is a pyramid scheme. Totally is 8% currently living. Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it, CrossFat? If that's true. That's wild. Anyway, I think what Dave's missing here is when people say that there's 10,000 affiliates that are gone, Dave's thinking from the present moment, if when Greg sold the company there were 14 or 15,000, that now it's down to 4 or 5,000. Dave's saying that's not true. But that's not what Chris Cooper's saying. There were years and years where there would be 500 or 1,000 or 2,000 new affiliates, but then also 1,000 would go away. So the net gain was 1,000. So in the 20 years that CrossFit's been around, I think what Chris Cooper is saying is 10 or 20,000 affiliates have come and gone. So the totality of affiliates of all time, if they have all the ones that stayed open, there might be 30,000 affiliates. Who knows? But I think Dave's missing that. I think that's why. I think that what Chris said is like I don't want to say sensationalist, sensationalizing it, because he's not the kind of person who does that. But it didn't have the clarity that Dave needed to process what he meant by loss of 10,000. Does that make sense to you? Kenneth Lap, I want to get through this quick and play with the boys. Also, Sevon, let's muse on the population of the earth. Trying to make the show somewhat entertaining. You want me just to go into what Clydesdale said last night about Crash? Caroline Stanley opened up JR's butthole, fucked him in his ass, and then said she was just giving constructive criticism. It was amazing. No. Just giving criticism. No, we didn't say anything bad. We're just giving criticism. Did I say Caroline Stanley? I mean Caroline Prevost. Caroline Stanley didn't do anything. She's cool as shit. I was just warming up to Caroline Prevost again. And then she had to butt fuck JR. Just fucking with a bunch of assumptions that weren't even true. She doesn't even know the whole story. But anyway.
All right, let's jump up into comments. At Dense Dumper. That's
Dense's Dumper.
a funny name. Hi, Dave. Long-time watcher, first-time commenter. What was your take on this weekend's Crash Camp competition at CrossFit Cat?
I don't know. I didn't watch it.
Crash. I didn't watch it, so no take on it other than pretty cool that they do a community event in an affiliate or a high-level competition in a community way at an affiliate.
Oh, wow. He's really coming around. Little nod to the affiliate.
At Paisley Craig, I have several questions regarding the possibility of home garage gym affiliates. 1, will I need no level 1, L1, or L2? What is the annual fee? So if I were to approach the garage gym affiliate, here's my perspective on it. I think there's 2 garage gym affiliate options. One, where you're just an affiliate or you're just associating with CrossFit and you have permission to use the name for your garage gym affiliate where no training is being done. And at that point, I don't think you need a level 1. I also don't think you need to pay a lot of money. Probably no money, probably nothing. The second is a garage gym where you are going to train. And then at that point, you do need a level 1 and probably a very reduced fee.
When he says train, does he mean like charge people to train?
With some limitations on how many people you can train in your garage so you're not gaming the system. At sweaty palms like water.
I think that they should have some sort of fee. I think it should be like $500 or 200 bucks a year. And then CrossFit sends you a really nice what are those things called that you hang on the wall? Not a poster, not a banner. Is it a banner? Flag. And they send you a really nice flag. Like they invest in some really nice flags. And so you get this dope flag. We want the details, Sevi. JR's too nice of a person to give a fuck. Nothing. They just did a show. It was a good show. I'm glad they talked about it. But it was. She acted like she was just giving feedback or just saying that Carolyn Klutz should have been covered more, who's hot as fuck. If you ever see Carolyn Klutz, she's like, it's crazy. I think I asked her if she was married or had kids or something. I can't remember. But she's something else. But and she's a beast. And cool and sparkly eyes and shit and crazy cool hair. But I digress. Caroline was saying that she just said we should cover her more, and that's not what she said. She had all sorts of fucking criticism too, and speculations on like why stuff was or wasn't being covered. And what did Clydesdale say? Mr. Schweitzer. He was dancing. He was shucking and jiving. You know, he was cool. He took some shots too, but like. I wanted to type in the chat so bad. We just don't cover women. So bad. We try anyway. I don't want to be defensive. I just want to fight. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to like explain like how or why shit was covered. I just want to fight. Okay, fuck you. That's not true what you said. But it was a good podcast last night. Check it out. It was fun. It's cool on it's cool that Jamie, to be honest, Jamie and Schweitzer and Prevo like just even talked about it. You know what I mean? It was nice to decompress. Like we're done. I was driving Angelo, did she go to the airport, and we were just listening to it in the car or some shit. I think that's what we were doing. It was just nice listening. It was cool. It was cool. Give us something, you know what I mean? It was cool. But it just, she was dishonest in the fact that she was saying that she wasn't being critical. She was just saying she wished we would have filmed Caroline more. Or at all. I don't even know if we filmed them. I think the first day everything was on the same floor. It was right in front of us. So we could film everything. We went balls to the wall. And when the media team is larger than the participation, there were 5 girls who showed up for the Masters female event. They were all remarkable. Don't get me wrong. Our media team was 8 people. It's like, yo, dude, you want to know why people aren't filming that? I mean, that's not the reason why, but just even that, like that could be a rationale. Imagine a kid's soccer game, a media team of 250 people coming out to film it because there's, 100 parents there and 50 kids. And the ratio's all fucked up. Caroline Klutz was not getting covered. She was the Masters athlete that would have scored second in the Indy class. Clydesdale and crew spazzed out over Caroline. I mean, she's worth spazzing out over. She's cool. She's like a real woman. She like when she's standing around you, you're like, oh, yep, there's an adult. Like she's an adult. Isn't the media team larger than the individual field at the games? Yeah, but I included the fan base too in that soccer comparison. No, the media team's not bigger than the oh maybe it's not a perfect analogy, but I think it does get my point across. She was masters and a woman. I wanted to write that so bad. She was a masters and a woman. No one cares. I wanted to say that so bad. Is that true? That's as true as it was $1.99 to watch the stream. Anyway, so your donations really help, by the way.
Many years ago when I used to wait tables, you sat at my table in Plano, Texas with this old guy after checking out the gym around the corner. I didn't know who you were. Everyone was so upset with me about it. Sorry I didn't know who you were. I know who you are now, and unbiasedly, you were extremely kind and respectful and still are. I don't understand the hate. Hope you're doing well. Thanks. I don't remember who the old guy was, and I don't remember the sitting at the table, but appreciate the note.
You don't understand the hate? It's so weird when people do that. I like you. I don't understand why everyone hates you. Oh, thanks. Fucking idiot. I don't agree with everything you say, but I like you. Oh, cool. Thanks. Thanks.
Scottish G, I'm thinking of doing my level 1 next year. Does anyone know when they normally release the dates for the year? So we don't release the dates for the year. What we do is we watch the local market and the local area, and we have courses posted. And as they're selling faster, we'll post more. If they're selling slower, we won't post as many. So for example, in the early days, mid 2000s, of the big boom, we were posting a course every 2 or 3 weeks in San Diego. Then it slowed down to about one every month. Now we're probably at one every 2 or 3 months. And so that concept there, it's very market based on what the demand is for that area. And so it fluctuates. So because of that, we don't have a yearly schedule. We post them out every 3 or 4 months based on how they're selling in a given area. At Salty Dad TM, the fire pit is cool. Who makes it? A company called Proud Pyro. Yes, it is cool. I have one at home too. At CrossFit Carnivore, Sharice,
no.
I have no question. I just want to say thank you for doing that.
No, it's not cool. His chimenea thing is not cool. That fire thing in the back that he has is not cool. I mean, it looks cool, but it's not cool.
Thanks for watching. At Darling Zach, hi.
Sevon, whose nose is bigger, yours or Grunder's or Folo? Does Folo have a big nose? I didn't even notice Folo's nose. I don't even notice noses. There's so many things that I don't notice as I get older. Like I've just thrown them off the table. Like if you had a broken nose, I might notice. I noticed Jack De La Maddalena's nose. When I think of Polo, everything's small about her.
Dave, the way I have always seen it, CrossFit wears 3 hats: affiliation, education, and sport, the games. If the new coming owners of CrossFit wanted to simplify and drop one of those 3 things entirely, what do you think would be the best choice for CrossFit? Looking forward to your answer, and thanks for doing your weekend reviews. So all 3 exist, and all 3 need to exist. I think the dropping of this concept of dropping of, there's an expression of breaking off.
That's as dumb as asking, if you had to chop off one of your limbs, which would it be? Your left hand, your left leg, your right leg, or your right hand? Or your right arm? Like, shut up. Stupid question.
Off the games and open in a way that still supports the other lines of business, but has complete accountability in their line. So that's different than what you're saying, because the games can't go away at this point. Because if we made it go away, someone else would just pick it up and someone else would just run. So it'll always be there. And then obviously the affiliates and the education will continue to be there.
The whole premise is that the games is a test and it's a community event and it's the celebration of what we're all doing together, getting on the fucking lifeboats. It's a test. We're all in our little affiliates or our garage gyms doing our test every single day. Test. Looking at the clock, testing. Then the people who are got the highest score in the test show up in some city and they throw down and we pay money to watch it. That's it. It's just... What if all 3 departments go away?
At Rex Red NAXELA 9. Dave, the partnership with the Air National Guard is awesome. Come out and visit the 304th RQS at Portland Air National Guard Base anytime. Would love to make it up there. At Kelly Lewis 8264. What about an announcement at the United States Military Academy?
I got an Air National Guard branded condoms yesterday, like 5 of them. Someone gave them to me. I don't know if I can say who. They're tiny. I wonder if Air National Guards guys have small dicks. They're tiny condoms. They're like that big. Smallest condom I've ever seen.
That would be cool, but we've announced all the locations, and so we just announced last week that the next one is going to be. That just reminds me, I need to talk about the podcast. The next one is going to be in Europe, or the first one's going to be in Europe, and so soon we'll announce the location in Europe. But excited about that. We haven't been to Europe in a few years, so that'll be fun. A few years for an open announcement. At Luis Oliveira 601, when CAP came up, it was aligned with the main site. Fact for my affiliate to get frustrated thinking that we'd be paying for a programming that it was for free on the main site, not acknowledging all the precious information coming in CAP, but how to prepare, scale, etc., warm up for a full class. I don't know what you're saying here. Fact for my affiliate to get frustrated, think that we'd be paying for a programming that it was for free on the main site. So let's say, okay, A, you're not paying for CAP. It's part of your affiliation fee. So basically, you get CAP as an affiliate included in your affiliation fee. If it was following main,
you know what someone told me today? When we were boarding the plane, I was group 5, and Sousa goes to me, "Hey, you know, it would be way more efficient if they boarded the plane from back to front." And I'm thinking to myself, okay, that makes sense what Sousa's saying, but maybe there's some other calculation we're not thinking about where the people are like splattered around, right? Like there's some benefit to sprinkling them in. You know what I mean? Like 5 in one section, 5 in the next section, 5 in the and then repeat. I don't know. I was just thinking that there might be something that might be just like too easy. There might be something better. And then the guy next to us goes, "Yeah, you know why they do it like that? Because of the class system. They want people would lose status." And I turned to Susan. I'm like, "Are the groups about status?" And he goes, "Yep." And I was like, "Wow, that's some fucked up shit." Not because they do it, but because people fall for that shit. You're telling me that the people in group 1 have more status than the people in group 2? I get the only thing the only thing I could think of is that the people who fly on your plane the most, you would want to let on the plane first so that they have a place to put their luggage, you know, in the overhead. They want the peons to walk by the comfortable first class and premium folks to show how much better they have it. Is that
site,
I don't know if I believe that, but
people following main site aren't getting
I don't not believe it.
all the additional.
Ken Walters, dude, 100%. I was diamond for 15 years. First class people love LED at you like you were an ass. People look at you like you were. People look at you like you're an ass. I don't know. I flew in first class for 15 years. I didn't think anyone looked at me like an ass. I don't even know if I looked at the people who went by. The only reason why I want to get on the fucking plane first is so I have a place to put my fucking luggage. And the only reason why I want to sit in first class is because there's always a place for your luggage and the seats are wide and you don't have to sit next to anybody. And on international flights, they give you warm nuts. That's it. You don't ever, you still have to wait for the bathroom and all that other shit.
CAP resources that go with it that you find in the affiliate toolkit. So I don't think that issue that you're saying is an issue. Or maybe you're saying, maybe I'm misunderstanding it. At Zach Rosario S7R. Dave, thanks for all you do for the community and nice job on the 5K. For your hamstring, do you have anyone working on it besides doing exercises? Might be worth getting some type of manual therapy, such as myofascial release, soft tissue mobilization, etc. Those injuries can be stubborn and keep reoccurring if the tissue itself isn't remodeled appropriately following tear strain. Yeah, absolutely. Back when Rossi was working with us, I'd have those guys work on me whenever I saw them. And locally, there's a gentleman named Quan in Santa Cruz who.
No, I bought deodorant when I got to Charlotte. No, when I got to Spartansburg, and I left it at the Airbnb. I'm done with mine. I just wore it just for people, you know, I have thoughtfulness for people around me. But no, not because of first class. So says, do you wear deodorant in first class? No.
Work on me. I haven't had him do anything in a few weeks, maybe a month. But when I first injured the hamstring, he was helping me a lot. But yes, I agree on your comment there. At Jess1965, hey Dave, appreciate these reviews. Ever consider bringing Hiller along to one of your trips, events, activations to film and share? It might be good. I have not considered that. I've actually shot down the concept in the past, but I'd be open to it now. And then finally,
I have two sources. That Hiller and Dave have communicated, and that there's a project in the works.
podcast. So this week, the Sport of CrossFit podcast is launching with Chase Ingram hosting, and we're going to do that live weekly. And also,
It should be called the Test of Podcast. It should be called the Test. Just the Test. Rename the show. I got to text Chase. Rename the show the Test. Don't call it the Sport of Fitness, for fuck's sake. Call it the Test. That's a good name for a podcast. The Test. I like it. The Test. That'll last 3 weeks. I don't know. Once Chase starts, they'll have to fucking pry it out of his dead hands. I think Chase is going to do a remarkable job at that. That's going to be a good show. I hope it's live. Did he say if it's live?
Along to one of your trips, events, activations to film and share. It might be good. I have not considered that. I've actually shot down the concept in the past, but I'd be open to it now. And then finally, podcasts. So this week, the Sport of CrossFit podcast is launching with Chase Ingram hosting, and we're going to do that live weekly. And also, the main CrossFit podcast will still also exist live and weekly. And then they also do some pre-recorded stuff too. This week on the CrossFit Games podcast, I'm going to join for a few minutes, and Tia is going to also join for several minutes.
Wow.
And she is going to announce the new location for the home of the CrossFit Games.
Wow. What day is that? Did he say what day that is?
Next year. So check out the podcast. It's going to be good. Check out the other one too. It's good.
What's the
And
date? Did he
excited
say
to,
the date? Did he say when that's launching? Did he say this week? What the fuck?
Have some big announcements coming. All right. Thanks for watching the Week in Review. Leave your comments in the comment section, and I will see you next week. Oh, yeah, and finally, so I just posted a video this morning of making a leather belt. So on TDC Mercantile, I posted it on this YouTube channel, but I created a new TDC Mercantile link. So basically, I take a huge hide of leather that I ordered. This one was Wicked and Craig Chestnut Brown, and then I cut it down into straps. And once I have the straps all cut down for the belts, then I cut out the holes, and then I store them. Then when someone buys a belt, I pull a blank out of storage, and then I finish the blank, cut it exactly to the length that the person ordered, put it all together, finish the edges, and then package it up. So the finishing of the belt for a recent order is what I highlighted in the video. So I'm going to post more videos of some of the leatherwork stuff I do, and eventually of the olive oil process and how I get it to the point to where I'm selling it online. The leather stuff is fun. I've done leather work for a very long time, and I've sewed for a very long time. Both things I enjoy, and so it's an escape, and it's a way to stay busy and keep my mind active without staying in the CrossFit space. So it's a nice outlet, and I enjoy making things, and I have fun with it. All right, thanks a lot. Out.
Oh, he hated that he had to come back and say that. He hated that. He doesn't like doing that. Once he says bye, he's done. He hated that. You should know that about Dave. That's the most important thing we learned there. And that Tia and Dave are doing a podcast with Chase. And they're going to announce where the games are. Oh, he's got music? Wow. Someone has a video of their belt being made. Oh, he's controlling the music on his watch. Did you see that? I think this video could have been 1 minute and been really good. Hey, Heavy Sevi, I hate it when people say bye like 3 times and still keep talking. No, olive oil. Doesn't he just buy it from a guy and sell it? No. 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 That's a whole ordeal too. He fills the bottles himself and goes down to the olive fields, and it's a I don't know how he has time for any of that shit. Gloves to prevent latent fingerprints. Oh. I'll pretend like I know what latent means. Made terracotta color belts for my daughter's wedding last year. Oh, that's cool. All right, thanks, guys. Tomorrow morning I'll be here. Jason Ackerman has something called Affiliate Con. I think it's called Affiliate Con. I know Susan's going to speak at it. And so tomorrow, Affiliate Con. Is that what it's called? I don't know if I'm being a dork and making that name up. Affiliate Con. 2026. Exhibition sponsors, networking agenda, speakers, 2026 speakers. No. Nope, this isn't it. I don't know what affiliates. Oh, is it called Affiliate Con? Does anyone know? But this is all just here it is. Oh, it is Affiliate Con. Best hour of the day. Okay, so he's speaking at Affiliate Con, and that is Jason Ackerman and Mr. Fernandez's gig. And they got a shit ton of speakers there. And Susan's one of the speakers. Jason Khalipa, Chris Hinshaw, Jason Fernandez, Kelly Starrett, Malioza, E.C. Sinkowski, Nicole Christensen, Max Isaac. I mean, it goes on and on. Matt Torres, Dave Newman, Darren Hunsucker. Oh, wow. Wow. Alex Zirkenbach's going to be there. That guy. That puts a huge, that's a ding on the speakers. Wow. Greg almost sued that dude into oblivion. Wow, that's crazy. They'll let anyone speak at this thing. That's crazy. Can't believe that dude will even show his face anywhere. All right. Thanks, guys, for joining me. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Jason Ackerman's a diehard CrossFitter, been around forever. Obviously steeped in the world that is CrossFit. It'll be cool to have him on. I don't think he's ever been on the show. And I'm stoked Susan's going to speak there. And I think Jason will just be on for a minute tomorrow, and then Susan and I can debrief on Crash and talk about Trump and all that stuff. All right. Love you guys.